To celebrate the launch of the brand new Planet Coaster Magnificent Rides collection, we are giving away one copy of this DLC to one lucky member of the Pause Games community. Head over now to collection.pausegames.co.uk to enter through various different methods. The competition is only open for just under 1 week, so be quick and get your entries in. Good luck everybody! Hello guys, welcome back to Pause and welcome to another look at the brand new Planet Coaster Magnificent Rides collection that is coming on the 18th of December. So over the past sort of week or so we've been putting up daily videos and having a look at each spotlight when they are announced from Frontier. Now, currently, as of time of recording this, we're up to 8 announced rides, which we'll go through in a second, which leaves us with one more attraction that's still to be released early next week, just ahead of the launch of the brand new pack, which will be, like I said, on the 18th, which is on Tuesday. So I'm expecting the announcement for the 9th ride Monday, would make sense, and then the full launch of the pack on the Tuesday. So let's go through the rides that we know are 100% going to be in this new DLC. So the first 3 that were announced on day 1 were the Mind Melt, which is an SLC, suspended looping coaster, Grand Carousel and Tracker, which is essentially the Huntsman, just with a bit more of a generic look. So those are the first 3 that we saw on the very first day this pack was announced, and then over the course of the last sort of week or so, the following new rides have also been announced. So the first one was the Power Moves, which is essentially a break dancer. Very sort of common at fairgrounds. A few theme parks have had these. There was a sort of a variant of this in Alton Towers actually quite a few years ago called the Dynamo, which is pretty much the same kind of ride system. And the Power Moves does have a backboard that is completely separate from the actual ride itself, which is customizable. Now I think there's 3 or 4 different backing images that they've added in the game itself, but you can add anything up there you want. It basically acts as a big billboard. You can have video or images of anything up there, and also customize the lighting sequences, which sounds incredible. So that one is going to be amazing to have a play with. So that's the Power Moves. The next one that was announced is the SLV, which is in homage to Silverette, which is a big player in the Planet Coaster community, and this is a Swartz coaster, I believe, which is a massive deal for a lot of people out there who love these kind of coasters. Good that it's in the game. It's a nice new addition, and that's the SLV. Next up, there's 2 variants of this one, but they're both pretty much the same ride. So we've got the Hyper Jump and the Ascendance. Now these are your essentially a drop tower and a booster tower all in one. So again, my experience with these, there's 2 that I know of in the UK that I've done, that I can remember anyway. One is at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is Ice Blast. It used to be like the Tango Ice Blast or something like that. And there's also one in Flamingo Land. But basically these are fully customizable in terms of its sequence, so you can have them shooting up like a shot tower, you can have them doing like a mid stop or a top stop and a full drop and all kinds of different sequences that you can build yourself. And the reason why there's 2, because they haven't actually, and they were very open about this on the live stream the other day, they haven't figured out how to do sort of custom height rides yet, which is fair enough. That's good of them to admit. So instead of figuring it out, they've made 2 versions. So the Hyper Jump is the smaller of the 2, and the Ascendance is the higher one. Both taken scale from real life parks and real life versions of the ride. And from looking at them on the live stream, these look incredible. Lighting package on them is really nice as well. So these are going to be great in parks. And they've got a very tiny footprint on the ground as well, which makes them even better. So that's the Hyper Jump and the Ascendance. Now the next 2 were only announced sort of the last couple of days. The first one is a Swift Eagles, as they call it in the game. Now I'm not very familiar with this one. I've never been on one. I've never really seen them. They seem more, I think they're more American. But I've never seen one of these. I believe the official rides, I might be wrong on this, so sorry if I am. I believe they're called flying scooters. But like I said, I have very limited knowledge on these things. But essentially the one in the game is big eagle looking cars, and I can only assume you can move the wings or something to get yourself moving out. I don't know, I'm a bit confused by that one. But I'm sure we'll find out. We'll have a play with it next week. But yeah, Swift Eagles is the other one that was announced recently. And the last one that we can talk about today is the coaster that was released yesterday, or announced yesterday. And this is Vector, which is basically, and I think the model that they've based this on, I think, is the Mack Hypercoaster, but I might be wrong. But it's definitely Mack Mega Coaster, sorry, which I believe is what this is. But either way, it is a mega coaster, so it can also have multi-launchers as well as use traditional lift hills and that kind of thing. But it looks quite good actually. It's quite a nice little restraint system. The trains look really good, and yeah, it looks quite nice. So those are the 8 so far. So the Mind Melt, the Grand Carousel, Tracker, Power Moves, SLV, Hyper Jump, Swift Eagles, and Vector. And like I said at the start, there's one more ride that will be announced, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday of next week. So what do you guys think to the pack so far? Is it shaping up how you'd like it to be? Is there any rides that are missing that you would like or would have liked to have seen? There's a few for me that I would have liked to have seen in there. If I'm being completely honest, I'd have maybe left out 1 or 2 of the coasters and focused more on flats or track rides. But that's just personal preference, as I'm not really that good at building coasters in the game, so I tend to stay away from them. So that's just my personal preference. But I do really like the other stuff that's been released this with. One of my personal favourite things actually in this pack is the backboard of the breakdance Power Moves. That looks incredible, and I can't wait to play with that. I wonder if it'll fit on other rides to be able to customise those a bit. But yeah, in terms of the actual rides themselves, I'm really looking forward to the Hyper Jump, as having the ability to have a smaller drop tower. You can put that inside and make it into a bit of a dark ride. So I'm quite excited about that prospect. Tracker we might use down the line when we do sort of dark rides. It's very unique, well, very generic, I should say, more than unique. Very generic in its look. It's got a really nice animation on the doors as well. Very similar to the, was it called the Polarity in the World's Fair pack, where the way the doors sort of open out like a mechanical car. The Tracker has the very similar doors to that, so it looks really nice. So anyway, that is the 8 rides that have been released so far. Like I said, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, number 9 will be announced, will be released just in time for the pack to launch on Tuesday, the 18th of December. And as always, we will cover the full launch here on the channel. We'll, as soon as I can get onto the game, I'll do a video showcasing everything, giving my review. And I'm sure plenty of other people out there will do the same, so do keep your eyes out on the old YouTubes and you'll be able to watch all those lovely videos on Tuesday. So anyway, for now guys, thank you ever so much for watching. Any questions, queries, comments or suggestions on anything in today's video, or anything about the Planet Coaster Magnificent Rides collection, drop those down below. And if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you fancy a little chat with me or anyone else from the community, jump onto Twitter or on the Discord page, sorry, Discord server. The links to that are down in the description below this video. But for now guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!